welcome to the Digital Hustle Podcast. It's great to have you here. You know, we're always on the lookout for new ways to build online income streams. And hey, if you're serious about making that $10,000 a month online, I've got a resource for you. Check out the first link in the description when you're done here. Today, we're diving into something really interesting, a new AI tool called KidsTale. We're going to break down its sales page to see the powerful story they're telling, and more importantly, the opportunity they're presenting.
Wow. Okay, so right out of the gate, they hit you with this massive claim. This isn't just a quiet introduction, it's a huge announcement. Look at the words they're using: billion dollar, untapped, goldmine. They're immediately framing kids' content not as just a fun little niche, but as a massive, wide-open financial opportunity that's just waiting for people like us to jump in. That really sets the stage.
So here's the roadmap for how they build their case, and it's the journey we're going to take today. First, they sell you on the dream, the huge potential. Then, they introduce the obstacles, the reasons it feels so hard to achieve. Next up, they bring in the hero of the story, their AI solution. After that, they make an offer that's pretty hard to ignore. And finally, we'll zoom out and talk about what this means for the future of making content online.
All right, so part one. Before they can sell you a solution, they have to sell you on the opportunity. This whole first section is about painting this incredible picture of a booming market. They're trying to show you that this isn't just a small trend, it's a massive wave that you could be riding right now. And they really lay out a compelling argument here. They're talking about billions of views every single day. That's a massive audience. They're saying these are the fastest growing channels, which suggests it's easier to get momentum. And they use these key phrases that every creator loves to hear. Evergreen, meaning your videos can get views for years, and addictive, meaning high watch time. But the real kicker for anyone looking to make money is high CPM. That means you earn more for every 1,000 views compared to other niches. This is a perfect storm for a profitable channel.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, this sounds amazing, so what's the catch? Right on cue, the narrative pivots. After showing you this incredible goldmine, they start talking about all the reasons why it's so difficult to actually get to it. This is where they start connecting with the real-world frustrations and fears that hold so many of us back.
And this is just so relatable. They start by acknowledging our ambition. Of course, we all dream of going viral and building something huge. But then they immediately validate our struggles by saying, the process felt impossible. It's their way of saying, hey, we get it. If you haven't succeeded yet, it's not your fault. The old way is just too hard. This really builds a connection. And they get super specific. They don't just say it's hard, they list out 7 concrete problems. Things like writer's block, just staring at a blank page, the endless hours of editing, the cost of all the different software you need, and yeah, camera shyness, a big one for a lot of people. Each one of these is a real roadblock. By the way, if you've ever felt any of these struggles, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. And hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure you're subscribed to the Digital Hustle Podcast so you don't miss out on more deep dives like this. And they don't just state the problems. They really lean into the emotion of it. They use these powerful words, calling the process a nightmare and scary. They're amplifying that feeling of frustration because the more you feel the pain of the problem, the more you're going to want the relief that the solution provides. It's smart marketing.
And here we go. Just as you're feeling overwhelmed by all those problems, the product makes its grand entrance. It's not just presented as another tool on the market, it's positioned as the game-changing platform, the one thing you need to solve every single one of those frustrations we just covered.
And check out how simple they make it sound. After listing 7 scary, complex problems, they present the solution as this easy 3-step magic formula. Just type in an idea, let the AI do all the heavy lifting, and then you get to the good part, post and profit. The contrast is huge. It's a promise to take away all the hard parts and just leave the fun, creative, and profitable stuff. Now this is where it really clicks. They directly map each feature to a specific problem. Don't know what story to write? The AI generates it for you. Too shy for the camera? Use one of the 1,500 plus premium AI voices. Don't know what kind of video works? They give you over 50 templates to start with. It's a complete checklist of solutions. And that commercial license is a huge value add. It means you can actually use this to start a side business making videos for clients. That's a whole other income stream right there.
Okay, at this point, you're likely seeing the potential, you understand the opportunity, you relate to the problems, and this tool looks like the perfect answer. So the last part of the pitch is all about making the decision to buy an absolute no-brainer. This is where they stack the value and create a sense of urgency. And they frame this beautifully. They present it as a clear choice between two paths. You've got the old way, the hard and expensive way, which is full of struggle and wasted time for zero results. And then you have their way, the smart and easy way, which leads directly to passive income. By putting it like this, they're not just selling a piece of software, they're selling you a direct path to the outcome you want. Now, to really drive the value home, they start with what's called price anchoring. They put this number up, $97 a month. And frankly, for a tool that replaces a scriptwriter, a designer, a voice actor, and an editor, that price would already be a pretty good deal. This sets a high benchmark for the value in your mind. But then, right after establishing that high monthly value, these show you this, a one-time payment of just under $17. The contrast is incredible. It makes the offer feel like an absolute steal. You're getting potentially years of value for less than the cost of 1 month at what they're calling the normal price. And finally, to get you to act now, they stack on the urgency. You've got the classic prices increasing soon, a little coupon to sweeten the deal, and a huge stack of bonuses they value at almost $6,000. And to top it all off, a 30-day money-back guarantee. That last one is key because it completely removes the risk. You can try it out, and if it's not for you, no harm done. So, let's step out from the marketing for a moment and think about the big picture. What does the arrival of powerful, easy-to-use tools like KidsTale really mean for us as creators and online entrepreneurs? This is where it gets really exciting. What we're witnessing is a massive shift. A creative process that used to require a whole team of people or a huge set of individual skills, writing, illustrating, animating, voice work, editing, is all being compressed into a single, simple action: typing a prompt. These AI tools are basically taking away all the complicated technical hurdles of creation. And that brings us to a really powerful question. When the technical side of creation becomes this easy for everyone, where does the real value come from? It shifts, right? The value is no longer just in your ability to use complex software. It's in your ideas, your creativity, your unique voice, and your taste. Tools like this don't replace creativity, they unleash it. They allow you to focus on the storytelling, which is what really matters. It's an incredible time to be a creator. So look, if this sounds like something that could help you get your ideas out there, I've put a link to KidsTale AI in the description for you to check it out and grab your copy. Thanks for hanging out on the Digital Hustle podcast, and I'll see you in the next one.